What's up, guys? Gilmore here, dropping episode 2 of the Sideline Social Hit or Miss edition. This banger was focused on offensive awards and the frontrunners to those awards, like Most Valuable Player, Offensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Rookie of the Year. Our believer picks are guys that we saw have a real shot to steal those awards. Hope to see you guys for part 2, the defensive edition, and let us know in the comments if this list was ass or gas. Thank you guys and see you real soon. Alright, we're starting off with the early as fuck award list. My MVP for this year is going to be Josh Allen. I think it's going to limit a lot of the turnovers that they had last year. Everyone was clowning on him for fumbling, throwing fucking picks, this, that, and the third. Well, guess what, baby? You can't throw picks if you don't throw the fucking ball. I think he's going to have like a good 8 to 900, probably even go to 1K in rushing yards. I think he'll probably throw for like 35. He'll be, even though he is still the focal point of that offense, I think it's going to take a step forward this year. But yeah, he's definitely my MVP for this coming up football season.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with him as a miss. I think he'll be on most people's MVP race list. I think he'll be in that conversation, but I don't think I'm winning it. He was turnover heavy the past 3 years, losing his top target. I just think there's going to be some issues there in that offense, and I don't see him winning it.
Yeah, I could probably say it's a miss too. I mean, if you really think about it, they haven't had a running back in his whole tenure that he's been there, and they still don't have a running back with James Cook. In my personal point of view, I don't think he's going to carry the load for Josh Allen. The turnovers are going to still be a problem. He's pretty much going to be the same quarterback, in my eyes anyway.
If you're looking at it on the depth chart, they don't have a running back. The running back is the QB. But I'll take it.
That is true.
I'll take it.
I agree with that. I think he'll be on list. I just don't think he'll win it.
But my believe pick is my boy Jared Goff. I really think that we've gotten he's gotten true reps with a lot of our players. Obviously, J-Mo was suspended, so he really only got like maybe somewhat of a small sample size of what a full off season looks like. This year he has had a full off season. Last year he finished hella strong, especially at the 49ers game. We obviously blew a hell of a lead there, but I do think Jared has the weapons. I think we have the guys in that locker room. I think it's gonna look hella nice on film this coming up season. I even think Jared will take us to the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yep, I'm gonna have to go with a hit on that one myself, just because. Me personally, I'm seeing this as a dark horse candidate. Do I think he's going to win? No, I think we've kind of seen peak Jared Goff at 4,500, 30 and 12. Like, he could lower his interception some, but I don't see him statistically getting a lot better. So he'll be in the race probably like everyone that wins is, but I don't see him winning it. But it's a great dark horse candidate.
Yeah, I mean, as a team MVP candidate, maybe. I mean, y'all's team is going to be solid or really good. But I mean, with MVP being a solo award, I mean, if you really think about it, he's probably not going to show nothing that he's already shown. I mean, he's going to be a really good quarterback, top of the league. But I mean, I don't know about MVP. I'll probably say a miss, low key.
I mean, he was up there in passing. He was up there in TDs. He did have a good.
He'll be a candidate.
Yeah.
He'll be a top 5.
He had a 10-game stretch where he was turnover free. We play about a good 75% of our games indoors. The games that we do play outdoors are all during the easier months, so it's not freezing fucking cold. All our winter games are all indoors.
I think for that trophy to actually come to him, y'all would have to win like 13 games, and his picks would have to drop to probably like 5-ish. He'd have to have a peak Aaron Rodgers efficiency year.
Yeah, with the touchdowns too.
All right, Donald.
Oh yeah, my turn. For my base MVP, I don't think there'll be much argument here. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he's top of the league every year. I couldn't respectfully put anybody else there.
AKA Patrick Mahomes, baby. Yeah, I mean, he's getting a fast guy in Xavier Worthy, who's basically a taller Tyreek Hill. Rashee Rice coming into his second year. I mean, they don't have the best. I think they just signed Juju, as Flight put it, Juju Muscuster. They just got him back. He was released not too long ago, so got some familiar faces. So I definitely see Patrick having, I know it sounds crazy, but a better year than what he did 2 years ago. 5,200, 41 TDs, and 12 picks. I do think he tops his previous MVP season for sure. So that's definitely a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Just it. There's no argument.
I think once we
Yeah,
get Jackson Mahomes out there at tight end, I think they're really gonna open up that playbook.
Oh yeah, really spread the ball around.
Yeah.
And then for my believer pick, I'm a real believer in this guy. I'm a real believer in that program. CJ Stroud over there. He had a great year last year on his rookie campaign. Very efficient, 23 touchdowns, 5 picks. I think we'll see both of those go up some, but I think it'll be significant enough to where he might be in that MVP conversation.
And it's easy to say it's a hit again. They bring back their offensive coordinator. They add veteran leadership in the locker room. I know it's Stephon Diggs, and we're like, this motherfucker's been a little.
Yeah, he goes everywhere. He gripes
Yeah.
everywhere, but I think they'll figure it out.
I think they want to take pride in wearing that Texans uniform. People like taking pride in wearing that Texas gear. I feel like he's going to do great things for the city of Houston. So that, again, back-to-back hits.
Hey,
What I
man,
do,
yeah,
fam.
CJ Stroud, I don't know, he's just getting better. He's still super young. That team got way better. Defense is looking solid. I mean, their team is going to be nasty, and he's a really good quarterback. So, I mean, he's definitely a good dark horse pick for sure.
Yep.
All right, Hale.
All right, now moving on to Hale.
I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes. He's my MVP pick. I mean, there really isn't any argument that's already been said. I mean, he won the Super Bowl last year with a worse off team than he did the year before. If not, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the year before. So I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, man, just Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a hit. Fatty Patty. Like I said, they added
My homeboy.
They added Tyreek-esque player. I do think he tops his 2022 numbers for sure. I know that's hard to do. Like I said, throwing for 52, 41, and 12. But I do think he probably can eclipse Peyton Manning's passing TD record, 55. I do think this year is their best shot for sure. He's 29. He's coming into his. I know it's crazy to say, but he's coming into his prime. But yeah, I think it's a hit.
Yeah, I got to go with you with hit. As far as the Peyton Manning stuff, it's hard to hear as a Broncos fan, but somebody's eventually got to break it. I mean, the extra game. It's crazy that it's lasted this long with Patrick running around, man. He's done insane work. He's going to probably win MVP again, probably another Super Bowl, and I hate it.
Yeah. Well, with my dark horse pick, y'all probably already know. As a Cowboys fan, I gotta go with my boy, Rain Dakota Prescott. Know what I'm saying? He's just, I don't know, man. He's just a better thrower with the ball now, man. Like he's more in the pocket. He really slinging it. So I mean, that's my dark horse. I mean, he's second last year, so who's to say he can't get first this year? Know what I'm saying?
And we wouldn't have a talk show or a platform without an outlandish Cowboys take. I'm obviously going to say that's definitely a miss. I feel like his last year was his best year possible. You lose your, I don't even call him your starting running back. You lose one of your starting running backs in the fucking running back committee of Deuce Vaughn, Zeke, Rico Dowell, and whoever the fuck, I guess Jerry Jones, whoever else is running the fucking ball. I mean, y'all relying on what? I think Brandon Cooks is coming to 32 years old. CD Lamb. I mean, CD Lamb had a great year.
CD Lamb,
that's true, yeah. But I mean, they're gonna catch on to the slant merchant. I mean, look what they did to Michael Thomas. Broke all those records, and then fucking now where is he? Suspended for one game on a team. He's not even playing for a team. So that's a miss for me.
Bro.
As tough as it is, man, I'm gonna have to agree with Kamari on this one. He is in the race last year, and if I'm going to put Jared Goff up there as a hit, I got to put Dak Prescott there too.
Hey, bro.
That's fair. I mean, Jared has
threw
the
for more
weapons.
touchdowns, had the yards. He is a solid quarterback in this league. To say he's not crazy to me.
Brand new offensive line. They're not warning everybody.
Way more better though. Younger, know what I'm saying?
Younger, but strong. We don't know if better.
Hey, yeah, we'll see. Week 1's a good challenge, know what I'm saying? Got the Browns, so
I'm going to do my OPOI. I think Saquon is going to have a phenomenal fucking year on that Eagles offensive line. If DeAndre Swift can rush for damn near, I think 1,100 yards or something like that, Saquon's gonna fucking feast in that shit. He was the focal fucking point of offense on the Giants, dude. That team was atrocious. That team was absolutely dog shit. I think he'll probably rush for around. I think he could eclipse 2K. I think they're gonna throw it to him in the flats, and he'll catch for a little more. But I would not be surprised if he ran for about 1,800 yards and caught for probably close to 450 to 500. He's gonna have a fucking outstanding year.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with a miss on that one personally, just because while I believe in his athleticism, I don't necessarily believe in the Eagles system to utilize one back at that level. Also, you're predicting a career year from Saquon, and I just don't know if he has it left in his legs. He has ran to the ground at Penn State, ran to the ground in New York, and I think he's probably coming up on the end of his career. I know he's only 27, but running backs these days, we're not topping 30 often.
Derrick Henry.
Hey man,
Different style.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Donald on this one. I know we looked at the stats earlier, and it says that he did play a lot more games than we actually think he did. But as a Cowboys fan, seeing him play with Giants, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot from him personally. So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say that's a miss. He's just, I don't know, man. He's in the eyes of a Cowboys fan, he's a real injury prone kind of running back. So I mean,
He's
I
injury
don't
prone
know.
because that offensive line is so ass. But
He,
we'll take it with a grain of salt.
yeah,
My believer pick, I think Jamar Chase is gonna have a good year. I think he's had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, catching fucking passes from God knows who. Joe Burrow's coming back, gonna be nice and healthy. Offensive line a little wobbly. They got rid of Joe Mixon, so mix him up. Mixon ain't gonna be mixing up nothing in Cincinnati. I think Jamar Chase is gonna have a really good year. So that's definitely my believer pick for offensive player of the year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hit on that one too. I know he caught for 1,207, and it's coming off of 2 somewhat down years, but getting Burrow back healthy for a full season, losing Mixon, so they're gonna rely a little more on the passing game. I see it going up. I'm hesitant about it, but I like it as a dark horse pick there. I think he has a chance.
yeah, I'm gonna say hit too. I mean, he's a dog. I mean, Joe Burrow. I'm saying Joe Shiesty, he's a dog.
Oh,
So I mean, it's possible. I mean, the only thing I gotta say is they gotta take care of that contract first, and you gotta get on the field. So I mean, if that's all cleared up, then yeah, he's definitely a possibility. It's a hit.
he'll play for the love of the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Donald?
All right, so I guess we're moving on to me. For my offensive player of the year, I got C-Mac, or as some of us call him, the Great White Hope. Good to see somebody holding it down for us out there. But
Run CMC.
he runs CMC. Yeah, I mean, he's got a chance. I mean, he always has a chance. He won it last year. One of the best backs in the league. It's tough to argue.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a hit. There's no arguing that. CMC's a dog. Love CMC. He gets that injury prone rep, but I think it was more during his late Carolina years. I think for San Fran he's played at least 10 plus games, so it's not horrid. They just signed Brandon Ayuk. They still got Debo. They got Kittle. They got Ricky Parasol. I know he got shot, but he'll be all right. I think he'll be out there. What we got to wonder though is this San Fran team gonna have Trent Williams because he's still holding out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is.
Are they gonna be
That is a
able to
good
run to that
question.
left side? That O line is very shaky, and you take the best left tackle in football, you take him out of that equation, that O line drops from top 5 to fucking top 25.
Well, that's the good thing about having C-Mac. He can do it from the slot if he has to. He can do it from anywhere.
That's true.
They're not worried about. I mean, obviously you're worried about losing Trent Williams, one of the best to ever do it. But that's not contingent on being a solid team. No matter what, they're a 10-win team next year, probably 12.
Yeah, I think healthy. And barring anybody sitting out for a
Oh yeah.
contract, I do think they do good. I do think he does good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, CMC is a solid pick. It's hard to say no to somebody that's already won it last year. So I mean, yeah, I hear the argument with no Trent Williams and all that, but he was doing it in Carolina, and you can't even name that tackle. So I mean,
He was on
they're
the
left
blind
tackles.
side.
I mean,
Michael Orr. I don't know if he was. I think he's actually a guard, but
So I mean, yeah, he
I
was
don't
doing
think he
it
was
in
started there at
Carolina.
that
So.
time, was he?
They went to the Super Bowl in 2014. I think that was probably the last time he was on the team.
Yeah, probably.
Nah,
And
yeah,
then,
but that was definitely a hit.
yep, as my believer pick, and I'm strongly believing in this one. I got Brees Hall. I have Brees Hall as
Whew.
rushing yards and rushing touchdowns as well. The touches are there. I think you're getting Aaron Rodgers back healthy. It's gonna, space out the box some. We saw Aaron Jones have some of his best years with Rodgers at quarterback, when he was in the Offensive Player of the Year race himself. So I think we could see that type of level from Brees Hall.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that is a miss, even though if I have the second or third overall pick in fantasy, am I taking him? Of course. Do I think he's gonna have a great year? Of course. Do I think he's OPOY? Nah, it's just not there. That offensive line's so damn shaky. Tyron Smith has never played a full season since 2015. Elijah Vera Tucker, I think he's maybe coming back from an injury. Their center's subpar. Like, yeah, he can probably catch passes, but when it comes to running the rock, like, I just don't think it's OPOY worthy. I do think he's a great player. I do think they're gonna have a great system. I think they're gonna have a great 1-2 punch combo with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
I think you got a fair point there, but I'm just looking at it. He averaged 4.5 yards an attempt last year, and I think Aaron Rodgers only raises that a little bit by getting people out of the box. I don't see that dropping too much. I think that'll go up to around 5.1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
Christian
mean,
won it at 5.4 last year. I think as long as he can get the receiving touches still, I mean, he did have 30 less touches than CMC last year, so we do have to worry about his touch count dropping, but I think he's got a solid chance.
And do you think we talked about CMC so much because they were winning? They were the
That
hottest
is
team in
true.
football. They were the number 1 seed all the way through. I'm pretty sure. Like they were such a.
Yep.
They put belt to ass so many teams. Cowboys.
Yeah, he is my
Hmm.
dark horse for a reason. I got to remember that.
let me say Cowboys twice. Crazy. I mean, yeah, Brees Hall. I mean, yeah, he's a solid pick. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I see that kind of jump to OPOY status, but I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, he second year off his injury. I mean, he should be. He'll be better. But I don't know if OPOY might be a little bit of a stretch.
All right, that's fair. I'll take it.
Um, shoot,
I
going
don't
to
want to see
my
y'all
picks.
drafted him in fantasy though. We can argue
Yeah,
about
right.
that later.
I mean, yeah, for my OPOY, I mean, I got Tyreek Hill. I mean, he's insane, dude. I mean, what else do you have to say? I mean, Tyreek Hill he's a dog. Cheetah, know what I'm saying? Fastest receiver in the league. Tua's coming back again. He's gonna be slinging it, just like he's on a new contract, out to prove it. I mean, yeah, Tyreek is gonna go crazy this year, just like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
there's no arguments there.
Yeah.
He's just
No.
as stingy as ever too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has it all to back it up. He's had fucking 4 straight 1,200 yards, 2 back-to-back 1,700 yard seasons. Like
yeah. Until they
Megatron's
start giving
record.
the ball, there's not even a chance there.
Yeah, until they start
I don't see that
diversifying the
happening.
ball for sure. But I mean, Megatron's record still stands, baby. But I think once he breaks
yeah.
it, I think we have a chance to see a wide receiver MVP. When
That is true.
he's the only person I see breaking it anytime soon. Next 2 to 3 years. But yeah, that's a hit. I fuck with that. I like that.
I agree. That's a hit.
All right. Yeah, for my dark horse. I mean, I got my boy Derrick Henry. Know what I'm saying? He new scenery, new team. He's gonna be coming to Baltimore with that other running back. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson. So I mean, he's gonna take away all the attention, and yeah, he's just gonna go run crazy. And he's getting older, but still gonna be the same old Derrick Henry.
I'm gonna have to say that is miss. I think Derrick Henry's never been in an offense that he's had to share carries. I don't think Lamar has ever been in an offense where he has to share carries. I think they're going to be a great team. They're going to win games. It's going to produce numbers, but it's not going to produce individual stats. I think as a team, as a collective, they'll rush really good. But I just don't see Derrick Henry taking 110% of the load. He's been doing that in Tennessee since 2016. I think going into year 2024, he'll be 30. He was running fucking 400, 300 something carries from 2019 to 2022. He damn near had 280 carries last year. I
Yeah.
could definitely think they're
Yeah.
going to tone that shit down. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's a miss. Great player, but I don't think he produces the numbers to get OPOY.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of hypocritical here because I said Saquon's hitting that age spot, but
It happens.
I just really like Derrick Henry in this offense, man. I like it. Baltimore's led the league in rushing touchdowns last year, probably multiple years before that, and I think it continues next year. I think he'll be in that Offensive Player of the Year category just because of his touchdown numbers. So it's a hit for me.
Fair. Now we're going to move on to Offensive Rookie of the Year. The zestiest, the fingernail Peyton, purse wearing, most controversial first round pick since Jamarcus Russell, Caleb Williams. I think he has a chance to be the first Bears quarterback to throw for 4,500 yards. I think they have a fuck ton of weapons, even if it's 40-year-old Keenan Allen. He can still run crisp routes, just can't get off the ball like that. They still got DJ Moore. They have Cole Kmet. DeAndre Swift is a non-factor. Love him to death, but I don't think he's going to change. I don't think he's going to move the needle. But I do think Caleb plays great. I do think they'll probably be third in our division. He played great in Oklahoma. His couple games there, he played pretty good in USC. That's pretty easy to say that he's going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that's a hit for me. I mean, you can't argue on most of these rookies, honestly. They all have a chance, all 6 of those QBs. Well, not one of them because he's out for the season, but the rest of them got a chance. And
Let McCarthy
Caleb's right up
play.
there, number 1 overall pick. He's got a huge chance. Great offense, great system. I see him doing exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's a hit too. I mean, I thought what him being a diva, or as much of a diva as he seemed to be coming out of college, I thought he might have been cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was only preseason, but seeing what we saw, I mean, he looks really solid. So I mean, I don't know. He most likely will be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Not my believer pick. This is easy, dog. When a motherfucker throws for 3,800 yards and rushes for another 1,100, he has to at least make the list. I know he's playing for the Commanders or the Redskins, whatever terminology you want to use, but I think Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to have a great year. I think that team, they've added so much in free agency, dude. They fucking spent. They did pretty decent in the draft. Dan Quinn, he's a pretty solid coach. I just think he's gonna. I think he's gonna play good. I think he's gonna play great. I think that team is gonna be have a real shot to be second in that division. I do think the Eagles take y'all's division, but I do think the Commanders are a good team, and I do think they have a chance to be second in y'all's division. So that's why I chose him as my believer pick for my Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it's a hit just because I do like Jaden Daniels. I mean, I'm not sold on the Dan Quinn just because the years without Kyle Shanahan as an O coordinator when he's been a head coach have not been highly efficient. He's been pretty middle of the pack to lower tier in the league. But I believe in Jaden Daniels as well. I think he's going to be a solid QB, and he's as athletic as can be. So I'm with you. It's a hit.
I'm in between. I mean, anything Redskins, I don't know. They haven't been good for a while. So, I mean, I want to say hit just because he looked good coming out of college, but I don't know, dude. Anything they touch turns to poop. You know what I'm saying? It's just Redskins curse, bro. They're cheeks. I don't know. I'm up in the air with that one. I'll probably say a miss, low key.
No?
Okay, now. Yeah, I'm going to get some hate for this one. I already know it's kind of biased, but my Offensive Rookie of the Year pick is Bo Nix from Oregon. I mean, one of the most efficient college passers ever coming into a Sean Payton offense. He's looked great in the preseason, and yeah, I know there's going to be hate on Sean Payton. He's never done nothing without Drew Brees, but I think we got to kind of write off last year. Russell Wilson was washed, didn't fit his system, and this year we're going to see a different offense.
I'm going to go ahead and say batter, swing and miss. That is a miss for me. He's 45 years old. You get rid of your wide receiver 2 and 3.
23.
You get rid of
He's
Jerry
23.
Jeudy, Tim Patrick. Your running back comes back from injury. Acts like he doesn't know how to run the ball. You have a decent O-line, but I mean, I just don't think there's enough weapons on the offensive side to really.
I mean, we got a young Marvin Mims who's been highly efficient his rookie year. We have, Cortland Sutton out there catching 10 touchdowns last year. I think that goes up with better quarterback play. And yeah, I see it as being solid personally, but I understand your reservations.
I mean, I'm probably gonna say a miss too. I mean, y'all have a really unproven team, but I mean, it's possible. He doesn't really have that much competition behind him, so I mean, he's gonna get a lot of playing time, a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying, in his
I
rookie
mean,
year. So I mean,
everybody was unproven at one point. Last year,
that's
y'all wouldn't have
true.
called Nico Collins the number one receiver.
I
We
still
all
don't,
forgot
but
he
I mean,
existed.
it's possible.
They doubted
I'm gonna say a
Jesus.
miss for now. I'm gonna say a miss for now, but
They still doubted.
maybe maybe my
And then
answer will change mid-season.
I probably should have flip-flopped this because my believer picks Marvin Harrison Jr. just because he's a receiver. I mean, quarterbacks tend to win that Rookie of the Year award, but I think Marvin Harrison Jr.'s best receiver prospect we've had since Megatron.
Don't steal my pick.
He's the second best. I do think Malik
Jeez.
Neighbors, because he's gonna get literally all the dude. They lose
We
Saquon.
we can argue numbers, but as a prospect, Harrison Jr. is probably the best prospect
But
He's slow.
ever.
There's
But
a reason he can
he's
run a
right
40.
there with. He didn't run a 40 because he didn't have to.
Because he's scared. He's
Why would you run a
scared.
40 if you know you're the number one off the board?
But if you knew you were fast, why wouldn't you?
Because there's no value to it. Either way, he's number one receiver off the board, and he's not going ahead of Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, who just won the Heisman.
I mean, you say
He knows
that,
at best he's three.
But he did other drills outside of running.
hey, bro,
Fair.
he didn't want to pull that ham. You know what I'm saying?
It
That's what
happens.
it came down to. With my pick, I'm going Caleb Williams. I mean, I agree with Gilmore on the first when he said it. So I mean, yeah, I mean, seeing what I saw in the preseason from him, I know it's the preseason, but I mean, he looked really good, dude. Not to
Facts.
glaze or anything like that, but yeah, nah, he's my pick.
You're a grown ass man bringing a purse to the locker room full of other men. You're a hit in my book. Not much else I gotta say.
Towels.
My boy he's gonna win it all. I fuck with that pick. I do think he has the highest chance outside of a couple players that I keep to myself. Like I think Malik Neighbors is gonna play great. But talking about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is gonna be good. That's a great pick. That's a hit. I fuck with that.
Yep, that's a hit for me as well. The same reasons as last time.
My dark horse, I got Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I'm saying? He's just, I don't know, dude. He's a dog. That team is gonna be good. Kyler's coming back. He'll be better, faster, stronger. So he's gonna get the ball to him. You know what I'm saying? The line is gonna be a little bit better. That team, period, is gonna be a little bit more better. They're a dark horse team. Just
and he's
like,
definitely
in
the
general.
top target on that team. You look at the receiving room; it's him, and that's great to see. He's going to get all the targets he can want.
Number one off that. So
I'm gonna go ahead and stand by what I said. I do think that is a miss. I just think it's hard to give him the dark horse or the believer pick. I do think Malik showed a lot in preseason. I do think Malik was, I don't want to say a better college player, but I think he was the more explosive. I think they're equal in their capabilities. I think Marvin's maybe a little taller, but I do think Malik just his explosiveness. Malik was very explosive. I think Danny Dimes is obviously a subpar QB. Kyler Murray's coming back from injury. Like, what are we gonna get? 8-0 Cardinals Kyler Murray, or 3-14 or 3-12, 10, whatever. Like, what Kyler are we getting?
Good team, bro. It's a very good team around him.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a miss. Donald?
Oh, I already said it was a hit.
Oh shit! All right, baby.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and
we've
gentlemen.
done.
That is the Sideline Social Hit or Miss episode 1. Appreciate everybody stopping by for a listen. Leave a comment, email us. Give us about another 6 to 7 days. We'll come out with our defensive hit or miss. But yeah,